Alright, so let's see, we'll go back to the HTML and go below the gray section. And we'll say section secondary. Oh, I also want to add slogan as well. Whoop. Alright, and in here we're going to have an H1. Whoop, get caps lock on. H1, and it's going to say take a closer look. And under that we're going to have a paragraph, which I'm just going to grab real quick. I'm going to grab the paragraph and the link under it. Alright, so paragraph, then we have a link, and make sure you have the button classes here. Button LG is going to make it a large button. And that's it for the HTML for that part. If we reload, you can see that looks pretty bad, so let's do a little bit of styling. Alright, so I'm going to go to the top of my CSS. It doesn't matter where you put this, but I want to keep all the sections together. So we'll say section secondary. And I'm going to do background is going to be E44D26. And you want to make sure that the color is white so you can see it. And I'm also going to add a little bit of padding to this, a little bit more than we have for the standard sections. So I want to make it 60. So padding 60 pixels 0. And I might as well create our section primary as well, which is going to be the blue. Okay, section primary, and I'm going to change the color to 0383C0. Alright, let's save that. Okay, so we have the background. Now we just have to format the rest of it. And that would be the slogan class. So slogan. For slogan, we're just going to align everything to the center. Alright, and then underneath we're going to do the slogan H1. And we're going to increase the font size to 50. And give it a margin bottom of 25 pixels. Alright, and then for the paragraph, we're going to change the font size to 20. And then for the link, we need a margin top, bring it down a little bit. Okay, so let's check it out. Okay, it looks pretty good. The next thing is going to be, let's just check it out. It's going to be this area, which is another section. And then here is the section primary with the blue background. And of course the footer. Okay, so that's what we have left. So we'll go ahead and do this part. I want to try to get all this in this video. So we want to go under the secondary slogan section and create another section. I'm not going to give it any classes or anything like that. Alright, and we want, actually, you know what, I'm just going to copy the container and all that stuff. I really don't like this mouse that I'm using. Okay, so we want container row. Cut that out. Alright. Now we want to change the column to 6. Instead of 7 and 5, we're going to do 6 and 6. Split it right down the middle. And then we are going to have an H2. And the H2 should have a class of page header. Whoops. And I'm going to say business theme includes. And then we want an unordered list with a class of feature list. Alright, and list items. And we're going to use an icon, a glyph icon here. So we want an I tag with the class. This glyph icon dash OK, and that's going to be a check mark. Alright, and the text will say Bootstrap. Bootstrap 3 framework. And I'm going to copy this LI and add a few more. And actually, you know what? I'm just going to paste this in because it's kind of redundant. Actually, it's very redundant. Alright, so you guys just copy that. Alright, so that's the unordered list. That's the first 6-column div, and the next one we just want our image, our MacBook image. Okay, so we're going to say img src image slash, I think it's called MacBook .png. Alright, and actually we want to add a class as well. I'm going to use the class img responsive. Alright, so we'll take a look. Alright, so that's what it should look like. So what we need to do now is format this list right here. Okay, so I think it's called feature lists. I'm just going to go to the bottom here. Actually, we don't have any styles for the actual list. We need to do the list items. So first thing, we want to make sure we remove those bullets with list style none. And then we want to change the font size to 18. And we want the line height to be 2 EM. Alright, so that's that. Now for the next one, the next section, I'm actually going to just copy what we just did. And this one is going to have a section class of section primary. Now with this one, we want the image to be on the left side, so I'm going to copy everything in this column. So the H2 up to the UL. Cut that out. I'm going to put it in this column div. And then cut the image out. Put that in this one. And then change the name. I think it's sample 1. Sample 1, but I think it's a JPEG. And for this, we'll just say more features include. Save and reload. And there we go. I do want to add, I want this image to be rounded or a circle. So I'm just going to add a class to it called image circle. And there we go. So last thing is going to be the footer, which is really easy. I'm going to paste it in to save a little bit of time. Okay, so go ahead and copy that. And then for the style, you can go ahead and paste that in as well. Okay, so align center, 60 pixels high, background, padding top. And there's our footer. Okay, so the home page is now complete. In the next video, we're going to move to the About page.